Hello, hello, Caffeinated Creator, episode 3. We are here with the West Coast kid, Afro. How are you, my friend?
I'm good, brother. I'm good, man.
I'd like to introduce you to my DJ.
Yo, DJ Styrofoam Cup.
Peace, bro.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
All right, my friend. So we've met in the past. We've done a show. We got a song coming out. So what's new with you, doggy dog?
Working on releasing the album pretty soon. I don't have a date yet, but we're getting all the promotion together for everything. So just making sure everything's in line, and we got a single coming out pretty soon in a few months, and just working on that and writing a lot. I'm always staying creative in the crib, you know, just staying creative, you know. So
I like that. I saw the other day people been hitting you up on your Instagram about this date. They've been bugging you. Yeah,
man. Yeah, it comes with it, bro. But it comes with it. But you know, as long as the final product is worth it, you know, as long as the final product shines, then it's all good.
Sir, go ahead, madam.
So hey, we're just gonna try to start from the beginning a little bit and just try to figure out where you come from and how you got started in rap and stuff.
Dope. Yeah, man. I was what do you call it? I was 15 when I wanted to take it really seriously, and I was like, yo, I'm starting to write. I was like 13, 14, 15, but things didn't start popping off for me until I was 17. And shout out my boy R.A. the Rugged Man. He threw this contest, and he noticed me in the contest, and we started kicking it, and then he took me under his wing. Then the next thing you know, I was touring and going all over the world and touring and doing shows in Europe and stuff. And it was different as a kid being in the house all day. I was used to just being the kid in the house and just like recording on like over YouTube beats and stuff like that. That's what I was used to that. So when he took me under his wing and like I was able to do original music and like touring and all that, that's when it started popping off around like 17. So that's how I got in.
Honestly, that's how I came across you. You know, I'm an old head, man. I love RA, Wu era. I went to one of his shows and I came across you and I'm like, this kid's got an old soul. You spit like a 90s cat, you know? I gotta give you that.
Dope.
You got that old soul, brother.
That's what's up.
How come, what makes you spit real bars and not this auto-tune, skinny jeans bullshit?
Oh man, it's just that I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me, bro. I can't do it. Like even honestly, bro, I know this sounds crazy, but if somebody literally paid me $1 million and they were like, hey, dumb it down and do auto like that type of style, you know, I can't do it, bro. It's not in me. Like I have to, every song I'm on or every verse that I do, I have to make sure that it's at least like you're like, oh, that's Fro. You know what I mean? It's like I didn't do some weird, like I didn't do like some soul kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I like going outside the box, but like I can't do that type of shit, bro. You know, like I can't do it.
I dig it.
Hey, how did you get your name and how the abbreviations for it? How did all that come about?
Yeah, man. I was 15. I was staring in the mirror like for like 2 weeks. And like 2 weeks on and off, and I was like, yo, Afro, but I wanted to stand for something. So I put the dashes in it, and I took like 2 weeks. I was coming up with different like meanings. I was like, that doesn't work. That one's a little too heavy. I was like, Africans fighting racism and oppression. I was like, that's a little too heavy. I was like, let me go for some more like ground stuff. And then I was in the mirror one day and I was like, all flows reach out. And it just came to me, like it came to me after all that time. And I was like, yo, I like the sound of it. And it wasn't until where I started doing shows and I started actually performing around the world and stuff where I was like, yo, now I really like that name. Now I feel like it fits me for who I am. So I really stuck with it. But it took like 2 weeks. It took a little time for me to be like, what is it going to stand for? You know, it's like I had to brainstorm with that.
That's cool. That's very cool. How is it true that you were in a TV series on BET?
Yeah, VH1, but no, you're good because it was a show called The Breaks, and I was on VH1. It was a TV movie at first, and then they made it into a TV like series, like one season, and we were going to get picked up for a second season, but they canceled it last minute when they moved it over to BET. So yeah, that's how that happened. But I had a blast, man. It was like the coolest experience ever, bro. I was able to be on set and like actually act as like somebody else, and it wasn't too hard either, because I'm playing an MC, but I got to have fun with it because the MC like fell off and he's like a drunk and he's like this and that. So I got to have fun with it. I was like, okay. I was like, you know, let me get into that. But they gave me a cool character, man. I respect them for that.
How do you get into that?
So shout out to DJ Premier and shout out his manager Ian. Ian got me the audition to the break show, but I still had to like audition. You know what I mean? Like I still had to like make sure that I was solid for the character, you know, and yeah, and I was able, you know, thank goodness I was able to do it. So but yeah, shout out to Ian. He got me the audition for that. So
they got you the opportunity, you kicked in the door.
Right. I was studying, yo. I had my homies with me, and this is 2016. So I had my homies with me in the crib, and we'd be reading the script together. Like I'd be like, yo, you got to help me practice, man. You got to help me practice. And they had my back. They're like, yo, I got you. So I'd be like back and forth, reading the lines, all that. I was really studying that stuff. So it was cool.
Dude, that's dope. It's like when I brought you out to Denver, like one of the dopest things with you was we just sat on my crib, smoked a blunt, talked about movies. Like me and you are movie fanatics.
Yeah, facts.
You know, Quentin Tarantino, we were just talking about some classics, just some good old shit.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. So I always let it be known. I'm when you see Fro, I'm a hip hop head and I'm a movie nerd. And ever since I was like 6 years old, both of them were kind of introduced to me a little early, like as far as a listener and a watcher. So hip hop and movies were always right there for me, like through my whole life. So and it's cool to be able to manifest both and to put it to like for me too. You know, it's crazy. Like
we were talking about that the other day. I see the 90s, they would literally do a soundtrack for the movie. You know, we kind of need to go back to that, you know, like Tales from the Hood. That's one of the greatest soundtracks ever.
Facts. Ever.
Wu-Tang, Spice One, you know, like we need to go back to that, not just snagging a song and throwing it in a movie like they were writing shit just for that movie.
Right. I agree. Yeah, I miss that type of shit too, bro. Like that was a great example. I mean, Tales from the Hood soundtrack is phenomenal. So
Blade, the Trinity.
Yeah, Blade soundtrack.
That little flip with the RZA, like that was
with Dirty. Yeah, Dirty was on there too.
All right, see, that's why we do this. It's of course, you know, it's business, money, all that, but I do this like we just love talking with you cats.
For the love,
yeah. Just you know.
For the love, because honestly, like I get to talk about stuff like this, but not as much as I would like to. You know what I mean? It's like I'll be on message boards all day, but it's like as far as like just like face-to-face type of stuff, and you can just nerd out and stuff. It's a better feeling. So that's what's up.
But you know, Denver loves you. You have a good fan base here. I posted the flyer this morning. Already personal fans were hitting us up. Colorado loves you, man. You know that.
Yeah. Colorado's sick, man. I always have a good time out there, bro. So, yeah, man, I love it.
303, baby.
How many projects have you put out in your career?
So honestly, I would say 2 mixtapes and 1 EP. And the EP so far is the only solo original Fro music out there. Everything else is either features or it's like mixtape kind of stuff. But the Afro Polo joint is an official EP. You know, shout out to Marco Polo. That's my brother, and he made all the beats and just dope hip hop boom bap shit. You know, so yeah, man.
That's dope.
I was just bumping your mixtape, the Doom one, all the Doom beats. So did you have permission to do that? How'd that come about?
Well, since I did that 2014, I did that before I was even discovered, and that was all for free. I was like, hey, it's just a mixtape to put out just for whoever wants to listen to it. And at one point, I was charging a little bit later down the line, but then when Doom passed, I was like, yo, I'm gonna take all sales or whatever and just make it free, you know, just make it free for whoever wants to listen to it again. But when I first started, I just used it as like a free mixtape just to put out there, and whoever listened to it and whoever rocked with it, that's how I treated it. But it started gaining traction through the years, and I was like, oh shit, okay. So I started charging like $4, $3, stuff like that. And then yeah, when Doom passed, I was like, yeah, I'm making it free, you know. So it's crazy, but yeah.
Personal experience, you're a very good businessman, very fair. Look, we did business in the past, and I'm coming back at you, man. Like, solid dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And it's just where the heart is, you know. It's like it wouldn't feel right. It's like if Doom passed, and I know people are making Doom shirts and all types of stuff, you know, but like with me, it's like I wouldn't feel right charging Afro Doom since he's gone, you know. It's like it just doesn't feel right to me. So I'm like, yeah, man. But I'm grateful for that project because it got traction through the years, and unexpectedly, I didn't expect it to. I just thought it would be like a cool little joint that some people would enjoy, but it actually got a lot of love. I was like, oh, dope, you know, surprised me a little.
So
That's dope, man.
What's your relationship with RA the Rugged Man nowadays?
Oh, he's like my family. That's like my big brother. He's like my hip hop dad, big brother, kind of, you know. We have that kind of dynamic. It's like, you know how like sometimes brothers fight kind of thing and then they get right back together kind of thing. Like sometimes we have that sometimes, but like not more than often. It's like 90% love, 10% little fights here and there, but it's always love at the end of the day. So it's like we have that family dynamic, you know. It's like that's just how it feels, you know. Like his daughter and his son are my niece and nephew type of thing, you know. That's how we do it.
Well, me on some fanboy hip hop shit. How awesome is it to have a legendary being your protege, you know?
It's dope, man. It's dope. Like honestly, I'm really grateful for my story because someone like RA, like I tell this a couple times, but when I was 30, I was already a big hip hop dude at like 13, 14 years old. And I heard RA on Xbox Live 360 at the time had this amazing underground hip hop live like playlist. And it was playing everybody, Black Moon, Sean P, all those RA, all these underground incredible MCs. And I came across RA on that Xbox Live playlist. And I was like, yo, who the fuck is this? And it was the first song I ever heard was L.I.'s Finest. Then it was Super. And then it was Uncommon Valor. And I was like, yo, Uncommon Valor, this is like the illest motherfucker of all time. And I was saying this at like 13, like late 13 years old. And so fast forward 17, when he picks me up under his wing, it feels surreal. You know, it feels like it's a whole nother world, man. And I'm grateful for that, man. You know, like in the most humble way, bro. I'm just super grateful for it, you know. And he molded me who I am. Now I know what stage presence is. Now I know what stage presence, mic control, crowd control, song structure, all types of things are going into an artist. Now I know what's up. So like, yeah.
I've literally seen you guys perform live at Herman's Hideaway in Denver. Boom, bang, bing, pow. The crowd, when you went up, they were just as hyped for you as for him. Like you literally held your ground, you know? And then you guys have songs together. So it's like, you guys rock the set, man. Serious.
Yeah, appreciate it, bro. Yeah, no bias, bro. Like I remember the first time I saw RA performance, like he took me on tour and I had never seen him live before. So the first show, I was like, yo, he's just how he was controlling the crowd and how the whole place was tearing apart and it was just going bananas. I was like, yo, this is the illest show ever. And like, I didn't even pick up the mic yet. I was just watching him like just do his thing. And I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. I was like, so I was fanboying too. I was like, yo, this is crazy. So
you're like, I gotta go next after this shit.
Yeah, man, it's dope. It's dope.
You gotta fucking swim with the sharks, baby.
Yeah, man.
So let me ask you this: how'd this track come out? I'm seeing this song you just dropped with High Res, Joel Ortiz, the Spitter. How did it come about?
Yeah, so shout out to High Res. That's my dude. We've been following each other through the years, and he hit me up. He was like, yo, I got this joint. I got all these choppers on it. I'm trying to get tech, but I got busy. I got I'm trying he at the time he said I got busy, and he had like another dude. And I was like, yo, I'm down. He was like, yo, you down to be on? I was like, no question, I got you. I didn't know that Tech was going to be on it. I didn't know that Joel was going to be on it. I didn't know, like, it was a surprise for me too. So I was like, yo, like, he said he was trying to make it a chopper joint, but I was like, I didn't know exactly who he was going to get. So I was like, yo, it's crazy. And he hit me up, and he was like, yo, you want to write a verse? I was like, I got you, no question. And it came across very smooth, bro. And I shot that in my backyard. That little clip of me with the shotty and with the suit, I shot. That's in my backyard right here. Just had my homie just shoot it. I was like, yo, just can roll through and let's rock it real quick.
Yeah, no disrespect to him at all. I was looking for you as always. That popped up. I'm like, okay. And Joel Ortiz, Slaughterhouse, man. Like, that's one.
Yeah. Oh, bro, that lineup. Like, no, I'm not, like, me included, I'm just saying the other MCs on that lineup it's a phenomenal lineup. Look, Tech, Busy, Joel, and Twista, and it's an insane lineup, bro. So like, that was a privilege for me. I felt great. I was like, yo, that's crazy.
That's dope. That was on some 90s. It kind of reminded me of the Anthem. You remember RZA, Sway?
Yeah.
Kind of remind me of something like that. Hip hop needs more of that meshing.
Yeah, I agree. I love posse cuts. I love stuff like that, especially with the legends too. Like when you see legend posse cuts, sick.
Well, that's what's crazy is you see how you talk like you work with legends. You're steadily becoming one. You're just a humble cat, you know.
Yeah, slowly. You know, I try not to let it gas me up, because you get the DMs. You'll get people like, yo, you're a legend. You're a legend. I'm like, oh, slow your roll. Not yet. I'm like, not yet. But I'm working on it. And I feel like I do have a game plan, you know, like for the next couple albums and movies I'm working on and writing. Like, I got a big game plan. So I feel like in a couple years, give me another 5, maybe another 6, 7 years, and I think I'll be straight.
All right, so let me tell you this. Like I said, I'm an old head, 90s, Redman, Wu. This era, this is who I'm really feeling, and I'm gonna lay it out. I feel you, West Side Gun, Conway.
Okay, dope.
J. Cole.
Dope. Cole's dope.
Have you heard Conway's new album just dropped this week?
No, what's it called?
God bless me, I can't think of it, but he just dropped it on Shady Records. Go peep it.
I'll check it out.
Dude, Alchemist produced it. Reminds me of Mobb Deep, dude.
I'm usually posted up with like whatever Conway, whatever the Griselda guys, or pretty much any new releases. I'm pretty up to speed, but this past week I've been kind of out of it. So I didn't know he dropped one recently. So I'm going to check it out.
Well, you know, they're like No Limit right now. They're going.
Yeah, right.
Week, man.
right.
Honestly, I see not everything they drop is hot. They're consistent. Boom,
right.
Boom. The fashion, I really see they're bringing. The fashion's always been a part of the game. I see they're bringing the art in, which I think is dope, like painting, the visual. Right. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
That's just a whole nother aspect of the game.
Yeah, shit like that, definitely.
Anything with those?
So yes, and who are some people you haven't worked with that you would want to work with?
Oh man, Jizza, Rakim, G-Rap, Ghostface,
old heads.
Killer Priest, he passed away, but Doom, like I felt like I was this close to working with Doom. I was pretty close and just couldn't make it happen, but I was very close. So I was like, yeah, that one kind of stings, but
wow.
But what do you call it? Yeah, those are the main guys I could think of. Yeah, Rakim, G-Rap, Jizza. Those are the guys that are on the top of my list that I haven't worked with. I'm like, yo, I gotta work with them, you know.
So you're getting interviewed by 2 old hip hop heads, and you just named everybody from our era. What the hell, man?
That's me.
You got that old soul, baby. Woo!
So knowing that, who's your Mount Rushmore of hip hop or rap?
Oh man,
He asks everybody this.
Doom, Rakim, G-Rap, RA. Rakim, G-Rap, RA. It's always the fifth guy. It's always the fifth guy I always slip on. Dang. I'm gonna throw Chub Rock.
Wow.
Chub Rock. Yeah, I'm gonna say Doom, Rakim, G-Rap, RA, Jizza, Chub Rock. Yeah.
I dig it. I dig it.
That's good.
Yeah. And the fifth guy, honestly, the fifth guy, I can substitute. Like I have a whole, if you gave me some time and said, hey, give me a list, I could give you a like a 100% accurate list for me. But off the top, I always slip on the fifth guy. So I can always substitute a couple guys. But like off the top of my head, like as far as like a full package MC, I would say Chubb, because Chubb like slept on lyricist, incredible voice, awesome flow, awesome songs, and just an incredible MC, and a big influence on me too. So, and if you ask me to substitute him, I would say probably Twista.
Oh wow.
Because Twista's a big influence on me, and especially Tongue Twister, running off at the mouth. That was a huge influence on me. So I would say I would have to put him on there somewhere.
Yeah, everybody knows Twista. I mean, the mainstream from his Rockefeller days, but he was dope way before that, you know?
Yeah, 1990, 1991.
Adrenaline Rush.
Yep.
Oh, man. See, this is what we do. We just spitting game, talking hip hop.
So how many cities have you toured in so far?
Oh, man, that's a wow. If I were to take an educated guess, through the years, like since 2014, definitely over 2,000, definitely over. So like, well, cities like all over the world. I'm trying to think, but okay, out of a percentage, I would say I've seen 60% of the world.
Young too.
Yeah, I would say at 60, I think 60 is fair enough. Yeah, I'd say 60.
That's an accomplishment in itself.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
well,
man.
that's where you got a good angle, because you're doing your own thing. And then you got on RA's album, like his new one, All My Heroes Are Dead. Like, to me, that's his best piece of work. You guys took all over just off of that, you know?
Yeah, man. We did 2 months. We did 2 months off of off the album. I think we did May and June. Or June and July. But around there, yeah, we did 2 months off the album. So
how much influence and how is he on your new album? Is he producing it? What's he doing for it?
So he's I believe he's executive producer of it, but what do you call it? He's on it. Of course, I gotta have RA on it. He's on it. He's on the album. And what do you call it? As far as producing, it's a good amount of people. I produce some joints. I got a couple other folks. I don't want to spoil yet, but we got some cool little surprises. And but RA, he was very hands-on the project though, like through the years, like while we were making it, he was definitely helping me out with like some song structure, or just giving me some like recommendations or some ideas, like, hey, try that out. And yeah, so definitely he was definitely a big help in the development.
Nice. What's the title of the album? Do you know?
All Flows Reach Out.
Nice. Keeping it simple.
Yeah, I was watching a DJ Vlad interview one time with RA, and he name dropped you in a good way. Does a lot of other interviewers try to reach out to you, try to get to know you, or just try to put your story out of there?
Yeah, here and there. I'll probably get maybe an interview, maybe every other month, maybe every other 2 months or something. They come once in a while, but they pop up.
How do you feel about the West Coast hip hop scene?
Dope. I mean, we got Project Blowed. We got who else? We got the Underground Cats, but they're there. You know, there's so many incredible MCs, and the local underground scene too in LA is pretty dope. It's just a lot of cats are having trouble getting out there and getting their name out there. But when you pop up at some shows, you'll see the same kind of cats around, and they're dope. You know, they're slept on. You'll be like, yo, and then you'll just meet some new MCs that are dope. So the local scene's pretty cool. It's just that you know, it should be booming a little bit more though, you know, just you know, but it is doing well. LA scene is pretty dope.
Does it go hand to hand with the battle scene out there?
I'm not sure. I'm not too. I watch battles, but I don't like personally show up to battles. I'm just watching on the computer. Yeah.
Earlier, you're talking about how you got a big plan coming up with as far as like writing some movies and some albums. Could you explain to us a little more about all that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I got screenplays on the side. I got some finished. I got some I'm writing. I got all types. I got action, horror, crime, some thriller, training day shit. I got some crazy creature stuff, all types of stuff. And I'm gonna be my game plan. I don't have like I can't be definite on this, but my game plan is to really start like going into the movie stuff and directing and filmmaking in the next few years, in the next 3, maybe 4, 2 years. I really want to start getting my feet into that world and start making movies, like movies.
That's tight.
Yeah, man. And yeah, man. I got a lot written. And even when I'm not writing rhymes or when I'm not making beats or just staying creative, I just I write screenplays, and it gets your mind off everything too. Like just writing and writing and writing, man. You can have fun with it. You can do whatever you want with it too, man. Like, you know, create whatever you want.
And that's just a good message, just not even for hip hop. That's for the 50-year-old janitor somewhere. You know, you got a dream, you got a script, go get it, you know?
Yeah, man.
Creative, brother.
Yeah, man. Just stay creative and you just remember to have fun with it too, because sometimes it could feel like a job and you could be like, yo, this is a job, but you got to remember to have that spark in you too, because if you lose that spark, it's gone, you know, and it's really hard to get back. So you got to make sure that spark is always in you, even when you're defeated and shit. Got to have that spark with you.
Yeah, good shit, man.
Is it hard to stay motivated full time?
Oh yeah, full time. Yeah, I mean, like full time. Every artist, like I feel like if an artist says that he hasn't had troubles or artist troubles in his own mind or just overthinking his own process, I feel like he'd be lying, because almost every artist goes. I'm pretty sure every artist goes through that. You know, it's we overthink, and when it's hard to stay a little motivated full time when the world gets a little crazy and when stuff goes out of whack and things fall apart behind the scenes, all types of stuff, you know. But
kind of our first interview was Razkaz, and he was kind of saying the same thing with COVID. They couldn't do any shows, they were kind of bumming out, and that's how the Four Horsemen project came together.
Right.
You know?
Right. And that's the thing, when you find yourself in crazy situations too, it is best to find a way out of it somehow, like stay creative and make a bad situation, make the best out of a bad situation any way you can. And I feel like for me, that's staying creative. Since the world is going crazy right now, I'm just doing my best to just keep my head, you know, just keep my head in the game and just work on whatever craft and just study my art and work on whatever craft I'm trying to do, you know. So,
you know,
yeah,
that's exactly what we were talking about. We do the 9 to 5s, we do this, we bring out shows, like just trying to stay motivated, hustle, not be greedy, just feed the family. You know what I mean?
Right. And keep your mind off shit too. You know, like since the world is so crazy, it influences you, and it can make it, and it can influence you for the better or for the worse with how crazy the world is. So
for sure.
When you travel to certain cities, meet different promoters, go to different venues, you ever had a bad experience? Or are they mostly like good experiences? Because, you know, everyone's different, you know.
Yeah, sure. You can have some bad experiences, but for me personally, the good outweighs the bad as far as just like promoter or like behind the scenes show kind of experiences. Like I have had some pretty rough ones through the years, like some in Europe or some here or some in like Montana or some like, you know, I've had some rough experiences, but like the good outweighs the bad way more. Like for me personally, like with my experiences that I've had more shows go smoothly than, you know, shows kind of wonky. But it happens. It happens with some shows. They can go wonky or they can just go completely left field and just be like, oh shit, you know, it happens.
I like how you said that, because people think every show you do is in Los Angeles or Dubai, and really the shows are in Iowa, Nebraska,
Right,
Wyoming.
right.
Those are the people that show you love. Those are your real fans.
I agree.
Right?
Absolutely. 100%.
I've heard
And I feel there's another example I use too. It's like you should give your best energy if it's 10 people or if it's 1,000 people, because those 10 people are arguably your biggest fans. They're the ones that got up, went to the show, saw nobody was really around, and still stayed and was like, yo, I'm gonna rock with you. And you can see how happy they are, those 10 people. So it'll be a rough night when you see, oh, it's 10 people, but you'll be like, yo, these 10 people are rocking out, and they're like throwing shit and going crazy and just moshing, and you're like, oh, these 10 people are making it feel like 100. So it happens. It can, you know, and I'm grateful for that, you know.
It's really in life. I've really come across, it's how you treat people. Like me being a promoter, how I treated you, how I do the interviews. I treat people well. It rubs off to the next artist. I know artists talk. You can blackball someone very easily.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. Especially now. Yeah.
Treat people right, man. Very simple.
How do you I don't know how to say it, but how do you prefer the income? Is it through like Apple iTunes? Is it through touring, through features, or is it kind of a combination of all three?
Probably a combination of all, but I would say the most income that comes is either features or shows. Shows, definitely. I would say shows the most, because you're selling your merch there at your shows and you're trying to hustle there. But I would say that's the best income. But honestly, all of the above, you know. The only thing that's harder about the streaming is, I mean, you see it. You'll see a couple artists like post this, but the streaming money isn't too great. You know, I think like only it's a cent per play on like Apple iTunes or one of them or something. It's a crazy amount. So it's definitely a little easier to go to the show and then just, you know, just work your merch and, you know, hustle.
All hands on. And now, how R.A. Rugged Man took you under his wing, do you feel that there'll be an opportunity for you to take someone under your wing when it's time?
Ooh.
I would love to. Yeah. And I've thought about this when I was 18. Like I was young thinking about this. I was like, yo, this is going to happen to me when I'm like 30 or 40 or something like that. And there's going to be come on, guys. I have 5 cats and they're acting crazy. They're acting crazy. But I got it's gonna I would love that to happen to me when I turn 30 or 40, and I have there's an incredible MC out there that's like 17 or 16, and I'm like, yo, this kid is incredible. I would love to do that. And if I have the opportunity to do that, and I'm like, I'm well financially taken care of, everything's fine, and I'm able to do that like out of the love, then yeah, I'm gonna do it, you know. Yeah, I would love to do that, but I gotta fill up the pages of my book a little more until that happens, you know.
Sure. You're on your journey still.
Right.
Building a legacy.
Yeah, man.
So as far as like streams, music videos, stuff like that, is it use that to get people to go to the shows and buy the music and merch? Do you kind of use that as a platform or a tool to get other people and other fans to actually get to know you, get to see you, get to meet you and watch you in person?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much all of the social media, but Spotify and all that too. But I use social media mainly to for the music and for people to go to go to the page and listen to the music and discover me. You know, like the social media, I usually use that just for as a platform to get, you know, for the music, for people to find me out and be like, hey, where's Afro, you know, and look them up and boom, I pop up on the IG or what, you know, or whatever. But yeah, definitely yeah, you know.
How soon could we expect the All Flows Reach Out project?
Oh man, hopefully soon, man. I'm still you know, we're still waiting on an album cover, man. That's the thing. Like me and the label been talking, and they're like, yo, we just need an album cover. And I've been making posts to the fans like, yo, if you got album cover ideas, hit me up, send them through. And haven't been having really good luck with that. So I'm kind of stuck with the album cover. That's it.
You do the classic, a baby picture yourself.
I was thinking it, but I don't think I want to do that the 4th or 5th album. That's when I want to do that, you know. But the first one, I was like, yo, I need like a banger album cover, you know, and I haven't had too great luck with that. But that's it, you know. It's mastered. I mean, it's mixed and it's ready to go. And that's all we're waiting on.
Because that's what we need, is not then that's a whole nother tour we can start pushing.
Yeah, man.
So let me ask you this, like, do you have a agent, a manager, tour? What's your deal?
I got a talent manager. His name is Joshua Schwartz, and he helps me get like some of the auditions now and all the movie kind of business. He helps me out. But that's my brother, you know. It's just kind of like the early development stages, but you know, he's making it work and he's getting me work. So, you know, I definitely got a lot of love for him for that. But yeah, man, I got a little talent manager. Other than that, I had, besides Joshua, you know, I kind of handle business too. So that's about it.
All right, so we're gonna have to talk, because for a while there, I was Young Dirty Bastards, you know, shout out to the Woo. Young Bleed. I was booking agent for them, man. We got to do some work, man. I think you're too super talented. Like, we got to get you around this world.
Yeah, man. And let's do it, man. I mean, the world's a little crazy right now, but when, you know, things start getting a little, I don't know when they'll get less crazy, but definitely filling it out. You know, I'm definitely in that kind of phase right now. I'm just filling everything out right now. And I'm not a big traveler right now, you know, but definitely we'll see how next month is. I mean, it's only the end of February, so we'll see how everything kind of feels in March, you know, see if the dust settles a little bit, but it's a crazy time, bro.
I know. That's kind of why I've been putting the brakes on with COVID. You book a show and you don't know, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So say there's that 13-year-old kid now trying to, you know, start rapping. What advice do you have for any up and coming rapper just trying to make it, when they think, you know, I just rap and I'm going to make some money, get some bitches and shit, but there's so much more. It's kind of like a lottery.
Oh yeah.
Like 1 out of like 500,000 will get on, you know?
Yeah. And I tell them, I say, and I have this conversation with a lot of younger MCs. I'm like, yo, if you're aspiring for the cars and the bitches, I'm sure you'll get it eventually, but you're going to get disappointed in the long run. So if your heart's in it for that type of stuff, in my opinion, your heart's not in it for the right thing. Your heart, you have to be here to teach. And I'm telling this 13-year-old this, I'm like, you have to grow up as an MC, develop, and then you're going to find a 13-year-old that's going to ask you that same question. So it's like a cycle. Everything keeps like, it's like a cycle of passing down torches. And I'm like, yo, you as an MC, you have to develop yourself. You have to be an MC. If you're in it for all the materialistic stuff, it's fun, but it's not going to last. Real MCing and lyricism and hip hop and what we really do, this shit lasts. And we're proof. We're proof, like what, 40, 50 years from now? I mean, 40, 50 years, you know, since hip hop is like popped off, and we got so many incredible MCs, and even some MCs that were incredible that aren't here to tell the story, you know? So like, as an MC, you gotta represent, bro. And materialistic shit, it's fun, but that's just a little piece of it. Like, there's a big spectrum of it, you know? It's like, you gotta put your art and your effort and your time into this. This is blood, sweat, and tears shit. You know what I mean? This is blood, sweat, and tears. It's like all that materialistic shit ain't gonna last, bro. And that's unfortunately some questions they do be asking that. They're like, yo, do you get the bitches? Do you get the money? Do you get the car? Honestly, no. Not most of the times you do, but it doesn't last. It doesn't last at all. It's literally like that. So if you're in it for that, you're going to be extremely disappointed and might even heartbroken over it. But if you're in it for the love and you're in it for setting down a legacy, if you're in it for cementing a legacy and for you representing like, I'm an MC, I contributed to hip hop and I didn't have to compromise myself for it, then that puts you way above all them other motherfuckers that were in it for the materialistic shit. That's what I was trying to say.
Love it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's why we do this, for the real hip hop heads, my friend.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was very long-winded, but that's what I was trying to get to.
Oh, this whole thing's about you, my friend. We love it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're giving them the knowledge they don't know.
Yeah, man.
So me and you got our track dropping with Sadat X, Good Clothes. What's up with that? We need to do a video, get this thing going. You guys are all done. I'm still writing my verse. I've been lagging, brother.
I was about to say, when's it dropping?
Dude, writer's block, life. We've been doing this just, you know.
Yep, I know the deal.
I kind of had my verse completely done, then I heard yours and got to step up my game, you know?
That's how I felt on Overdrive. Like, I felt like just off the 2 MCs that I knew were going to be on it, I didn't know the other 5 were going to be on it. I was like, yo, there's something in me that's telling me I have to at least like kind of step up the game a little bit, you know what I mean? And then I got ambushed. I didn't know that these other MCs were going to be on it. So I was like, oh shit, like, you know, so I know the feeling, you know.
That's tight. But that's competition, not trying to be better than nobody, just
Right. I agree. I'm the same way, bro. Like, friendly competition is always great, you know. And when I first started, I will admit I was a little alarmed by competition. I was always just staying in my own lane, which I still do, but like I was just like, hey, like just let me do my thing. I'm not worried about competition. Now you don't want to sound weak on a track. So it's like, yo, you got to do your best. You got to step up your A game, you know. And I feel like that a lot of times now. I'm like, yo, if I'm on a joint with somebody, and especially if they're an elite MC, I'm like, yo, I got to step my game up. I got to make sure that if I got to match him, if not better than him, I got to match him at least. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel. So when I first started, I didn't feel like that. It's funny. I developed it. It's all developing, you know.
So that song, you guys recorded all everywhere else, or was it all together?
That one was all separate from what I understand. Yeah. I recorded my verse here in this crib. I got a simple Shure SM7B. You know, it's a little blurry right now, but with a pop filter, and it does the trick, bro. I've been using this mic for almost 8 years. And I'm still haven't gotten a new one or nothing. I'm using the same one. It's still treating me good. So I recorded in my crib, called my homie, shot my video in the backyard. I was like, all right, high res, let me know if you rock with this. You know, so yeah.
It's such a different era, man. We'd have to get everybody together, fly them out, get in the studio. It's just such a different era, man.
I would love that too, though. I would love that, but
I think it's a better vibe when you're together.
Yeah, I would love that, but it's just I guess it's different. It's emails now, you know. So you know, I was born
this like 5 years ago, and it's just pounded in my head. Was Young Bleed told me, he's like, once you do a song with somebody, you bond it for life. Like that's some deep shit, you know what I mean?
I can see that.
And so that's the difference between you just sending an email and then we're really kicking it at the studio, chopping it up, you know? You get to know each other a little better.
Right, right.
Makes it a little doper.
I agree, and the experience too. It's a dope experience. I love the videos. Like, if you look at the video with is Prodigy, Ghostface, Pete Rock in the studio making the game with Raekwon, making the game joint, and that footage is so dope. You see Prodigy writing, you see like Pete by the boards, just like banging the beat out. Then you see all of them in the booth. It's just such a dope video seeing all of them in the same studio working on that track. And I've gotten a blessing for that to happen a couple times. Like I've gotten to work with shout out the OGs, my big bro Diamond D. I've gotten to work with him in the studio a couple times. So I have had that experience, and you're right. It is an awesome experience when you're in person working on the track. You know, like when you're with the producer and when you're making it together, it does feel more homely. It feels like, damn, like you can feel the energy. But yeah, man, it's all emails now. You know, it's crazy.
I mean, the home studio thing's dope. You know, 3 in the morning, you get an idea, you could hop out of bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know,
that's how it is. That's how it is.
And, you know, we talked about this last week with Kaz. You can't force a track. It's like the track with me and you. I thought my verse was done, then I heard yours. And sometimes there's writer block. You just ain't feeling it. You know what I mean?
It happens. It happens, man. My trick for writer block is this has been working for me the past few months. So this is my trick. This is my trick. So I'll have an awesome day where I can bang out 5 songs, and I'll be like, damn, I don't know how I did it, but I did it. The next day, I can't do shit. I'm trying, and I'm like, I'm tapped out. So I'll watch 5 movies. I'll watch like 5 movies or like 4 movies, or try as much as I can, because I have a watch list. I try to watch as much as I can to get it off the watch list. And that works for me. Literally, I watch 4 movies and I have enough inspiration to go the next day and just go right back at it. Okay. And that works for me. Like I try to find, because it's about finding inspiration. If you have writer's block, I don't know what the fuck to write about. I'm tapped. So I watch 4 movies or 3 or a good amount, and I'll be like, I got plenty of inspiration now. I could write about that scene that just happened, that character. I could rap about that, and it'll click with me. Like, I try not to overthink it too much. That's the key too. It's like, as an artist, we overthink so much in whatever field you do. Like, we just overthinkers. It's part of being an artist. So I just try to let it like roll. I'm like, okay, now the locks are starting to turn again. Now I'm like, okay, boom, now I'm back at it. So that's my trick. You know, that's how it usually works.
Knowledge. And that's funny you say that, from Eminem to KRS-One, you know, same exact advice, you know, same exact advice, my friend.
Yeah, man. And also there's another trick too. It's like, try to have like 2 or 3 things up your sleeve. Like if you love movies, have that up your sleeve. Start writing scripts or anything. Learn how to work a camera, or learn any little thing in the movie section. Have that up your sleeve. If you're a guitarist, or if you play an instrument, have that up your sleeve. And then you're also an MC, so now you have like these things to go back and forth to. If you're tapped on writer's block, pick up your guitar, start learning, like start playing with your guitar, or start writing your script, or study your craft, like learn things about your camera work and stuff. You can just bounce back and forth when you're tapped. I've been kind of getting into that more the past like year, half months. Like, I just been trying to tap into different stuff. Like when I get caught up on the writer's block, because before, when I had writer's block, I'd be like, fuck it, I'm done, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I'd get frustrated. But now I try to find cheat codes or little loopholes or cheat codes. I'm like, there's a way I could beat this shit. And that's how I do it.
Dude, that's awesome, because that's what we're trying to do with this podcast. Is we're trying to be, you know, like the DJ Vlads and all that, but without the scandal. We're just trying to show love, talk about hip hop, life, you know,
yeah, man, life,
love, the real, no drama. I don't want to know what you ate last night. You know, we're talking real shit, you know.
Word up.
Hell yeah.
Word up.
Anything else?
What all social platforms can people reach you at?
Yeah, man, my Instagram is All Flows Official. My website is FroThizzle, and that's THIZZLE. So FroThizzle.com. Twitter, Real FroThizzle. And on YouTube, or if you're looking at me for me on Spotify or any music platforms like YouTube, AFRO with the dashes is preferred. I know it's a little wonky, but when you pop in the dashes, I should pop right up. And if everything is like, yo, this is just too weird and complicated, I can definitely, some people hit me up like, yo, it's impossible to find you. I'm like, I don't know, but just type in Afro rapper. That usually, and Google, that usually pops up too for some reason, just Afro rapper. But if that's the easiest way, if people are like, I cannot find this motherfucker, I'm like, Afro rapper on Google.
Sweet.
So we live on the Caffeinated Creator Podcast. You want to get a verse, book this guy for interview, show, get at him, all flows. Album about to drop. We major appreciate you, big dog.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, bro.
Sweet. Much love, bro.
So we
Much
live.
love, guys.
So I'll talk to you. We're going to try to get you out to Denver, Colorado next month or so. Stat, Bar Red, we had you out there before.
Yeah, I loved it too. Great
Out in
people.
the alley, smoking heavy.
Yeah, great people.
Good atmosphere, huh?
Yeah, and good food too. The food was banging.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Bar Red, Italian food. That's like some Donnie Brasco, Goodfellas vibe over there.
Yeah, that's what I get.
Bang, smoking in the alley, freestyling. You got some people here in Denver, dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Denver. Yo, I had a blast, bro. And Bar Red was sick, yo. Shout out to Stat. It was good people. They was treating us good. You know, it was a good time, man. I had a blast. Yeah,
you like them Jamesons like me.
Yeah, man, I do.
Jameson. Yeah. What was that? Jameson and
I can either do Jameson and ginger ale or Jameson and Coke. I could do either of those two. Yeah.
That J-Mo ginger is pretty good.
Yeah, that shit's banging. Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
The proper 12.
You said what?
Have you had the proper 12 Irish whiskey?
No. Is good?
It's pretty good. It's like the Jameson competitor.
I'll check it out. I'll try it.
It's not bad at all.
I'll try it out.
Well, major shout out to you. We appreciate your time, big dog.
No problem at all, guys.
Verbal Pimp.
Sweet. DJ Styrofoam Cup.
Afro, the legend in the making.
Appreciate it.
Post Kid. Mad love, dog.
Much love.
Much love, bro.
Peace. I'll talk to you after this.
You good, bro.
Boom. You had some good questions. You always ask cool ones. That's what I dig. We think so different.
I ran out like halfway through. I was just making shit up, dude, on the fly. But it's all good. It's just all good.
It was kind of, some of them was just like Raz, like you just go off of what they say, you know what I mean? I was like, oh yeah, that's good, that's good.
And make sure this is straight.
Let's bring this downstairs, the whole thing, because I got that memory stick. I can load it. That one, all you should have to do is just do the graphics.